Hello everyone, this is Rakesh Kapilis and I welcome you all in my today's class. And I hope you all are fit and fine at your places. And I also hope that you all are getting my videos in time and you all are watching them carefully and increasing your knowledge. So in this series today we will discuss the next type of presentation of the data, that is tabular presentation of the data or tabulation. In our previous video we have gone through how you can present the data in form of classification, means how you can make the classification of data on the basis of their common identical features. So now in our today's lecture, we will try to learn about the tabulation, what is tabulation, what is tabular presentation, what is a table. So the very first term, that is tabulation, when the data is being presented in form of a table, is called tabulation or tabular presentation. So the next question arises, what is a table? Table may be defined as a systematic arrangement of data in form of rows and columns. If you are showing anything in rows and columns, then that we call a table. So the table is the combination of rows and columns, right? When you will show that in form of what you can say vertical and horizontal way, then we will call a table. So the next question, what are the objectives behind the tabular presentation of the data? Why we used to present the data in form of a table? Like you may have seen your report card. So in your report card, your data is being presented in form of a table. Your subjects, your minimum marks, your marks obtained, then your grades, and then your percentage. Okay. So what are the objectives behind that? The very first objective is to make the data simple, because a large quantity of data will not give you a meaning, will not give you any valuable conclusion. But if you will show that in form of a table, it will become simple to understand. The second objective is to become attractive. It really look nice, and the user who will use this data in order to make any sort of investigation, that will become really easy for that user to use that information, because that will be attractive, that will become easy to understand. Third one is to make the data comparable. When you are making the table, then after presenting the data in form of a table, you can make the comparison of data with another table. Like population of one city can be compared with the population of another city if it is being presented in form of a table. Then compress, it condenses the data. A mass data is being shown by the way of table in a very compressed space. Margin means what you can say, large data is being converted into small data, meaningful data. The last, it becomes really easy to identify which item I want to know. Like if I want to know the marks obtained by any particular student in the class, then if I have made the table of all the marks obtained by all the students, it will become really easy for me to identify or to locate that error or that term. It will become really easy for me, and somewhere it will protect me from the wastage of unnecessary energy, time, as well as the cost. These are the objectives for the, what you can say, tabular presentation. Now the next topic we will discuss, what are the different types of a table. What may be the different types of the table? The very first in this series, that will be table number, because if you are making so many tables, they should be numbered, just in order to recognize them, just in order to identify them. Like I have made 10 tables, then I can locate one, second, third, fourth, so on. Next is title of the table. Title of the table stands for the you can say detail for what purpose you have prepared this table, like population table, like marks obtained table, like education literacy rate table. This is the title, name of this table. Then come head note. Head note is the, if your table is not clearing everything and you need some classification, or you can say some explanation of the title, then the head note is being given at the top. It will give you the some more detail about the title of this table. Next come stubs. Stub stands for, you can say, the headings or for the rows. When something will work like horizontal, in that case, then all these items, what you will put on the horizontal way, that will call stubs. What you can say, the detail of rows are called stubs. All these are stub heads, and here you have to put the stub entries, sub detail. Now comes the caption. Caption means columns which will work vertically, right? And these are the subheads for these caption. Like suppose I am making the table of the +2 class or +1 class. Here I will put the table title. Here I have put the students. Now subdivided urban, rural. Then they may be another one time more, they may be classified like educated, uneducated. What you can say, poor, below poverty line, above poverty line. These are the captions. Captions means the heading for the columns. Now this is the body of the table. This is the body of the table where all the detail will be given. All the information will be in the body part of this table. Next is the total, where you have to give the detail, digital, or you can say arithmetic information you will put over there. Values, right? And last, this is footnote. If you need that, if the information given in the table should be clarified more, then some footnotes are being given, just in order to clarify any information given in this body part. And the last part of this table will be source. Source means from where, from which source you have collected all these information. This is source. This is the parts of the table. The very first, table number, title of the table, head note, stubs, captions, stub entries, body, footnote, and the last is source. This is the part of a table. Now we will try to understand what may be the different types of advantages, what may be the different types of benefits one will get if one is making the tabular presentation of the data. The very first advantage an investigator will get by making the tabular presentation, that the data will become simple, attractive, and meaningful. It will give you a valuable meaning. When you will read the table, you can come to the conclusion without making much of the efforts. Second, it provides us a base to make the comparison, and we can make the comparison of the table with, I think, like from previous year's table, means on the basis of chronology, we can make the comparison of one table with the another firm's information, means comparison. Third, and very important, when you will come to know, when you will conclude the information given in the table, then you can make the future planning. Then future course of action will be according to the information given in this table. Like suppose by making the comparison of the birth rate of this year with previous years in form of table, and if we came to know that the birth rate is increasing, then definitely government should do something in order to stop that, in order to avoid this type of unfavorable situation. Then fourth, simple, comparable, then we can make the planning according to that. Then one more, you can make the, when you will present the data, it will become interesting. As we have already make this attractive, but we can differentiate the attractive and interesting. Means attractive means that will look nice, but interesting means the whosoever will use this, whosoever will read this information, definitely he will read this information with full heart. It will create the interest. These are the advantages, what you can say, in form of you can say if you are making the tabular presentation of the data. Now the next topic we will discuss, suppose if I am going to make the tabular presentation, what should be the features of a table? What should be the features of a good table? Very easy, as you have gone through in the previous topic, that is what may be the features of a good classification. It should be simple, it should be understandable, it should not be of a so large in space or in size, it should be of a precise size, and there should be use of some meaningful abbreviations, right? Like you need not to put all the words in full flesh, you can use some of the abbreviations. It can be comparable, it should be easy to understand, it should give a meaningful conclusion, you should not give any misleading or confusing conclusion. This is all about, you can say, the tabular presentation of the data. Thank you very much.